It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Siggy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are...
All right, first pitch coming up. And towing the slab in this one, Christopher Sanchez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Singy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is a day to come storming out of the gates.
One gone, runner at first. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ground ball left side, could be 2. The throw to second, and that's 2. Back here in Philadelphia, and on the hill, Zach Gallen. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Squeezes it, 1 up, 1 down. Trey Turner at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Gallen. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And now here is Harper. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the...
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Game 1 of the World Series. And now the DH, Anthony Santander. Base knock center field. And the postseason success continues for him.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing. So that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
And there's a ball.
2-1.
And that one hammered. That's back. And it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
No pressure on the next guy, but that's back-to-back home runs. How many are they going to hit? Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
That's down. One hops off the wall. The throw into second, and that's a double.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra base hits in a row. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 1 of the World Series. Out to short. Sends it to first. 1 out in the second. Cutter Coffee next up for the Blue Jays. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Arozarena flies around third. He's safe, and they lead by 4. Here's Andres Jimenez. On the ground. Glove flip to second, and it's a double play to end the inning. But 2-round. Back at Citizens Bank Park, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Here comes a pitch. Stays alive.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
One down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Willie Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning is so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, he didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Hard hit right side. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the inning, this is Bryson Stott. The 1-1 is fouled off. Center field, Arozarena moving under it. Makes the grab, 1 away. And now for the Phillies, Jonah Heim. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside.
The throw in. Oh, the tag, and he's out. And that will end the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Spencer Steer. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 5-zip. Randy Arozarena next up for the Blue Jays. That one way inside. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in Game 1 of the World Series. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And he pumps it a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Murphy up and loosening in the pen. Abel getting loose as well. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. He circles the bases. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. It's 6-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Ryan Murphy.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off.
Stop. And that is that. But 2 round. And we're back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Yelly stepping into the box now. A little out front there as he swings through it.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine. Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
That's out to center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Game 1 of the World Series. And here is Willy Adames. That one the other way. And it one-hops the wall. Around first, digging for 2. The throw to second is offline.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Adames at second with nobody out. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. And next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. To the right side. Stott over to first in time. 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Brent Rooker. On the ground to third. Loves it on the dive. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Back at Citizens Bank Park, we head to the bottom of the fifth. And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Bounce to the left side. Sends it across to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Here's Matt Chapman. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Swung on, belted. And it's into the gap. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
There's a swing and a drive. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Chapman scores. It's 6-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So, runner at second, 2 down. DeLauder getting ready to hit. Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. Phillies with a run-scoring double. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. It's 7-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. I mean, what a performance we're seeing in this one. 3 home runs in a World Series game. Ridiculous. And that's what backyard dreams are made of. And he's living it in real time. It's only been done a couple of times in history. So this is really special, and we won't forget this.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Hit in the air right field. And that one way back there. And that is way gone. He'll circle the bases. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. It's 8-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
1 down. Cutter Coffee next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So now back to the top of the order.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. So up next for Toronto, Willy Adames. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. Their 3rd home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 10-1.
Just a nice job. Recognizes off speed as that leg hangs in the air a little bit, but he gets it down, hits against a strong and firm front.
Mick Abel on to pitch here. He's into the game with the bases empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. And that one fouled off. High in the air, out to right. DeLauder under it. He makes the grab, and that is that. But they go deep 3 times. Bottom of the 6th. Here's Yelich at the dish. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a swing and a miss with number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch. Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side for the top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, Anthony Santander. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Chapman makes the play, and there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That's back. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. To second, pulls him off the bag. Man in scoring position with 2 away. And now for the Jays, Randy Arozarena. Man at second. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1-2.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. The throw to first. They get the out on Arozarena. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Dylan Cruz now in the game as he comes in as a new right fielder. Gallen ready to fire now. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket. It's 10-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boo, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
Line drive. Cruz brings it in with a nice running grab. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Hit on the ground to short. Adames fires across the diamond, and that is the inning. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. And now an 8-run lead at 10-2. Now here is Dalton Rushing, and the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
That missed by a lot. And it's 2-1.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And that one is off the wall. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
And now, Cutter Coffee. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. That's outside. It's 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9. Willie Adames. Next up, pinch hitter coming on. J.P. Crawford. Runner on first and 1 down for him.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. Out number 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Paul Sewald.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Chase DeLauder stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss. And the count is even 2-2. And the sweeper misses for a ball. The Jays up big in this one here in Game 1 of the World Series. Got him swinging.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Runner at first with 2 away. Trey Turner now out to short. Got him on the off-balance throw. And that'll do it. This one pretty well decided at this point. We're on to the 9th. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. This one in the air. Puts it away for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of Game 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Grover Peters now at the plate. And that one lifted in the air center field. Marsh brings it in for the 3rd out. New pitcher now for the Jays, Mark Leiter Jr.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And they'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Out towards left center. Peters settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. To the right side, Jimenez. Fires over to first. Schwarber out of the play. So they're down to their final out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Hit to right, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take game one on the road.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
11-2 the final tally. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Well, winning game 1 on the road was huge, Boog, and they could put a stranglehold on this series with the win here in this.
Almost ready to get underway, and towing the slab in this one, Aaron Nola. What's the word on him?
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Dives, and it gets by. Around second now, as they still don't have it. Safely into third with a leadoff triple.
Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Willie Adames stands in. That's to third, Chapman. The throw to first, and the first run of the game comes across. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. That one the other way. Chapman. On to first. That ends the frame. Back here in Philadelphia, and on the mound now, Luis Severino.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Here's Turner now. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 down, Phillies down a run. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it remains 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a Game 2 of the World Series. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. Swings over the top of that one. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. And makes the grab. And there's 1 away.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And that is out of play.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
Heim gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time it got to the plate, people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Nola checks over to first, and he's back. Rushing went deep twice in his last game. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Next to hit, Cutter Coffee. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 2-0.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So the lineup flips over. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Swings and misses. 2-2 now.
2 strikes.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in Game 2 of the World Series. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's 2-zip. Back here in Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Line drive. And it goes just foul. 1 out, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And here is Matt Chapman out to center. Arozarena. corrals it, and that'll do it. New inning getting started, and the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Adames.
I think one of my favorite things about Nola is his consistency, Boog. I mean, we talk about his strikeout numbers and everything else, but the fact he's able to produce the way he does, start after start, makes him a valuable piece for any team he plays for. Well, they locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And you know, with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you got to be ready to swing it. That time it cut to the outside part of the plate, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
Chapman over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Anthony Santander at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blue Jays. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. This is Bryson Stott. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Caught him looking for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now for the Phillies, Jonah Heim. Oh, look at the stop. To first. Oh, the throw is wild. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base, and usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target, and I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So the Philly batting order turns over. Christian Yelich will hit next. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and now they have runners at the corners. Trey Turner with a chance now.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Severino kicks, deals. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
This one popped up. Jimenez. And that will end the inning. Start of the 4th, and now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. The 1-1. Right side, hard hit. Over to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. That one is hammered right field. That's back. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Into second, and he's got a double.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Inside move to second. Steer dives back in safely. 1 out, and a runner at second here in Game 2 of the World Series. Now it's Randy Arozarena. And right back to the mound. Swings to first. They get the out on Arozarena. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his bottom of the 4th, and digging in for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2 count.
Well, with the shift on, hits right into it. Guerrero takes it to the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Here comes Schwartz to the plate.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage. And perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
The count is full.
This one smacked out to left center. And it looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
So runner at second, 2 down. And here, oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 2-1.
What an aggressive secondary lead. That ball was smoked to left. To be able to score from second, not only great speed, but great instinct as well.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now... Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Up the middle. Stop. Throws to first. 1 away here in the 5th. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. And I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
2 strikes.
Ripped to short. Turner with the throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3. Game 2 of the World Series. And the batter now, Jonah Heim. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
That one down the line, and foul ball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Snags it for the second out. Here is Bryce Harper. Severino with another strikeout. And we're back. Top 6. And the batter now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one laced to center and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. pitch. Hard on the ground to first. Harper over to second. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And that is that. Paul Sewald gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
On the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Schwarber out of the play. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
That's a strikeout for Chappie. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Kyle Tyler.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That one missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Nabil Prismat up and throwing. Zuniga, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. This one in the air. Harper has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and there's one down. Randy Arozarena next up for the Blue Jays. This one in the air. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout?
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he chases that one. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing to it for the Blue Jays. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Burr.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Line drive, that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the late stages of Game 2 to Jimenez. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute.
They take the force out, inning over. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. We're at the top of the 8th. At the plate, Cutter Coffee. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one hops against the fence. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Andres Jimenez. Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting into chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
So up next for Toronto, Willie Adames. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. A 3-run homer. His second homer this series, and they add on. It's 5-1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So a lefty out of the pen, Tanner Banks. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now here is Anthony Santander. Off-balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in Game 2 of the World Series. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Late on that fastball.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. 3-run shot for the Jays this inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Evan Phillips.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Guerrero puts it away, and there's 2 away. And here is Kyle Schwarber. That's off the mark. Ball 2. Two down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 2. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find his zone. So 2 down. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Out towards right center field. A Rosarena on his horse. Got it. Nice grab. And that will end the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Nabil Prismac. Randy Rosarena getting ready to hit. 2-1 now. And a big swing and a miss. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Phillips, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Murphy also getting ready. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Stott over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Cutter Coffee digs in now. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled to first, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. He's 2 outs away. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. The next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. Check swing on the 2-1, appeal to third. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Gary Simmons. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through it for the K. And they're down to their last out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
And now it's going to be Jonah Heim. Hoffman is just 1 strike away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really...
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. So just about set now. And starting this one, Bowden Francis. Lots of punch-outs. A real strikeout artist, Singy.
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Here's Trey Turner. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And there are 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Bryce Harper to the plate. Check swing, called strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And a base hit.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 3 of the World Series. Makes the play. Back now in Toronto. And today's starter, Andrew Painter. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
DeLauder makes the grab for the second out. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one is absolutely belted. Marsh going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. World Series Game 3. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. That's a base hit, and a good start to the inning. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL.
The flip, there's one. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
This is Bryson Stott. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. And it hits the fence. Throws to second, and that's a 2-out double. Jonah Heim stands in for the Phillies. This to third. Whips it to first. And the inning is over. Back here at Rogers Center, stepping in the long ball threat, Anthony Santander. Line to left, and foul ball. 2-2 now. Hard hit, right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. Brent Rooker, the next to hit. This ball's chopped to the ground. Chapman over to first in time. And that quickly 2 away. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. Way out front for strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Heim down to first with it. And it's in time for the third. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And stepping in is the speedy Chase DeLauder. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Rooker pulls it down. 1 down. And now it'll be Christian Yelich. Next pitch is inside. 2-1.
One strike.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side.
Yelich goes. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper. Left-hand batter waits. And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 outs. And that misses. Now 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him swinging. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Dalton rushing. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yelich should have it. He's there. He's got it. Now there's one away. Randy Arozarena next up for the Blue Jays. Slice to right and foul ball. One down, base is empty. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Cutter Coffee. On the ground to the left. Slings it across. That ends the inning. Down in order. And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. And now the DH, Kyle Schwarber. Ground ball left side. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double in the fourth.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control. And it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Throw cut off to third. And it comes in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with one away. Now it's Matt Chapman.
You know this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big.
Zips it to first, and he is thrown. Back now in Toronto, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Andres Jimenez. Short hop liner, handled it short. Turner with the throw to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Willie Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames. That one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Well struck left field. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. And they jump ahead in the fourth. It's 1-0. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boone. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One run across in the frame so far here in Game 3 of the World Series. On the ground, could be 2. Glove flip for 1, and that's 2. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. This is the World Series on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Chase DeLauder stands in for the Phillies. Nobody out. Runner at first. Hit on the ground to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Rosarena gets it in. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning. First and second, no outs. Here comes Christian Yelich. Ground ball right side, could be two. He flips it to second in time. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time.
He's got it, and that's the third out. Phillies. World Series Game 3. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Turner. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. And a swing and a line drive into right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. And next for Toronto, Dalton Rushing. Hit in the air left field. Yelich on the move. Brings it in. And that's the inning. On the mound now, Taylor Rogers.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Next pitch is outside.
2-2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rosarena under it. And it's caught for the out. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Lifted in the air right center field. Jimenez moving under it. Nabs it. And there's 2 down. So up next, Brandon Marsh. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 3 of the World Series. Swing and a slow roller. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now the center fielder, Randy Arozarena. Hard hit left side. Sends it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Now the third baseman, Cutter Coffey. Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Turned out to be a pretty good pitch to run on right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. That can be pretty tough for a catcher to reach down and grab it and then get rid of it quickly enough to prevent that would-be base stealer.
And a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's off the mark and he scores.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to stop for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching the World Series on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Burr.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now Bryson Stott. Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. Out of here. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Chase DeLauder stands in for the Phillies. Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Runner on the go. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Adames on the move. And that is that. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Kyle Tyler.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Fly ball down the line. DeLauder on his way over. Makes the catch. 1 away. Digging in, Anthony Santander. Right side. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that extends the inning. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. To third. Zips it across. And that ends the inning. No run. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Evan Phillips. Well, 1-run game, and now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. So Harper stands in.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Calls it in, and there's 1 away. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. Line, and that's a base hit. Around second is Turner. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Out at the plate.
Man, that's a play we may look back on when this one's over and wonder, what if they would have held him? Can't blame him for trying to tie it up late in this ballgame, but when you lose a huge run like that that's only 90 feet away, man, it's a tough one to swallow if they don't pull out the W.
So digging in, Brandon Marsh. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the late stages of Game 3. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Back here at Rogers Center, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. That's hard hit on the line. Marsh hauls it in, and there's 1 away. So up next for Toronto, Randy Arozarena. Base is empty, 1 away here in Game 3 of the World Series. In the air out towards right center. DeLauder hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Cutter Coffee. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Up the middle. Jumps, throws, safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done. Just
there goes the runner. Squirts away a little bit. No throw. He's in there safely. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Ground ball to the right side. Stop. Tosses to first. An acrobatic play. Welcome back. And here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that hit.
Makes the grab, 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. On the ground to first, and that's a foul ball.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like. But you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. And here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take a commanding 3-0 series lead with a chance to wrap it up tomorrow here at home.
All this team needs is 1 more win. But when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game. It's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat. It's a win of a pitch count. And that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's just about ready to roll. And on the hill, the big righty, Cal Quantrill.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, when you come off a tough one-run loss in the postseason, you'll be looking back at the opportunities that you missed in the previous game and make sure that you don't miss them in this one.
2 down, bases empty. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Rip to right, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And we're back. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Christopher Sanchez.
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command, tempo, and just really a confident presence out there on the mound.
That one out to right. DeLauder. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the managers trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Here's the pitch to Adames. Swing and a chopper out to short. Oh, great stop. And it beats him. What a play.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mound.
Base hit, center field. And that keeps the inning alive. Anthony Santander at the plate. To the right side. Fair ball. Guerrero around second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
1 ball,
Now a chance for Brent Rooker. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out.
And that one gets away at the plate. Heim collects, fires to first. In time. The 4th game of the World Series. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. And a foul ball. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A gigantic blast. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Quantrill back to work. And it stays fair. This is Bryson Stott. Quantrill back to work. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Adames makes the catch. And there's one away. And digging in for Philadelphia, Jonah run around the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to second, tag, and they got him.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So the Phillies strike first with a solo home run. Back now in Toronto, bottom half of inning number 2, and now Spencer Steer. Grounder off the pitcher. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Now it's Randy Arozarena. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. No advance. Good job behind the dish. And now the catcher comes up to him. Dalton rushing. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. Gets under it and pops it up. Turner should have it. 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Cutter Coffey. And a swing and a miss there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And that one finds its way through. Around from second is the tying run. And it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Comes through with the RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Snap throw to first. And he just got his hand in there. And it remains 2-2. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 4 of the World Series. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even now at 1-1. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Chase DeLauder. Swing and a ball popped up. Coffey squeezes it, and there's 1 down. Now it's Christian Yelich. Starting to go after it. Now a look down to third, and he held up. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Trey Turner at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul straight back. In the air to left center. Arozarena moving under it. And that is that. Set for the bottom of the third. And now for the Jays, Willie Adames. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And he takes one right on the black. And the count 1-2. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, out, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Anthony Santander now at the plate. Next offering is foul back. 2 outs, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And he dodges that fastball. On the ground, out to short. Turner with the throw to first. Third out. On to the fourth. Now, Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike. And he grounds one back up the middle. Nice grab. The throw, and very nicely done for the out. That was an impressive diving stop. Singing, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast, the symbol.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Bottom of the inning. And now here is Brent Rooker. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And there's a ball. All tied up here in Game 4 of the World Series. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
So 2 down now, and here is Randy Arozarena. Tosses to first, 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way and then just at the last moment it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for this. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Dalton rushing. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. And next for Toronto, Cutter Coffee. 1 out, bases empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. Base knock right field. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. On the ground to third. He gets to it with a slide. Got him. Nice play. And that may have saved a run.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there. And the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Back to right. DeLauder sizes this one up. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Jays held in check. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Today we deliver. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Handles, throws to first. Awesome play there. Late that time, and it's strike 2. That one hammered left field, way back there. And that one is off the top of the wall. And into second easily with a 2-out double. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Stays alive. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in Game 4 of the World Series. And that is that. No runs, a hit. The 4th game of the World Series. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Right through there for a strike. Some stirring in the bullpen for the Phillies. Nabil Prismac getting loose out there. Zuniga warming up as well. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Anthony Santander. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That one hammered center field. That's back there. Out of here. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. It's 2-1.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on.
Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Kyle Tyler.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. On the ground to third. Chapman over to first in time. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Fires over to first. That's out number 3. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. And this is in the air, out towards left center. And there's 1 down. Here's Matt Chapman. Right through there for a strike. That's a strikeout for Chappie. Bryson Stott getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. Trying to hold a 1-run lead late here in game 4. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Steer hauls it in to end the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tanner Banks. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. And that's in the dirt.
Well, these Blue Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. That one ripped, but foul.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Cutter Coffee. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air out to center. And it drops in. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Coffee, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the slider. And it was... Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Evan Phillips.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it bangs off the foul pole, home run. A monster shot to right. And we are all tied up. It's 2-2.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Hit hard on the ground is short. In plenty of time to first. First out in the top of the 8th. And now it's Christian Yelich. The other way. Fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw to second is offline.
Everything came together for him. Punched that one down the line for extra bases, and that was an excellent job going with the pitch on the outside. Got his bat on plane and just drove it. Really important at bat coming up now.
Trey Turner now. Adames the throw to first. And they get Turner for the out. Here comes Bryce Harper. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Now this is in the air down the line. Rooker drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. The Phillies get 1 by way of the long ball. 2-2 game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Nabil Krismak. Willie Adames stands in. Swing, and he breaks his bat. And there's one down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. All tied up here in Game 4 of the World Series. This one in the air, center field. 2 away. Anthony Santander will hit next. Ripped on the ground to second. On to first. That's the inning. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Foul ball still, 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Makes the grab, 2 down. Matt Chapman up to the plate now.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended.
Smoked on the ground to second. Over to first, and that is that. No runs. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 9th, and now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, and reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Throws to first in time. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. So up next, Spencer Steer. This to center field. Marsh running hard. Nice grab on the run. And there are 2 outs.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2 down, nobody on. Late here in Game 4. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. That's the 3rd out. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Paul Sewald. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. And a swing and a miss. 1 gone here.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Stepping in, Jonah Heim. He's coming off a big swing of the bat in the 8th inning, Chris.
Yeah, he may still be riding a little high, and for him, hopefully the confidence is still there. It was a solo shot and a very important run in this game.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter.
Base hit, so the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's Yelich at the dish. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Back-to-back base hits. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it.
Here comes the manager out of the blue. Pitching change here, Taylor Saucedo. Here's Turner now. Now fly ball to right center. Rooker sizing this one up. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Guillermo Zuniga. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brings it in, and there's one away. Cutter Coffey, the next to hit. Cut on and lifted in the air. Marsh on the move. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. 2 down. Andres Jimenez digs in now. On the ground right side. Throws to first. And we're headed to the 11th. Back now in Toronto. We're in extras here. And now Bryce Harper. This one popped up. Middle of the infield. Adames. He's got it, and there's one away. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Bases empty, one away here in Game 4 of the World Series. Hard liner. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. A little out front there as he swings through it. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. All set for the bottom of the 11th, and now for the Jays, Willy Adames. Ripped to short. Turner with the throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. And down the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. Here comes the throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now just one swing away from potentially walking this thing off.
The winning run on second base. That one misses, and the count's even at 2. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, 2 out.
Good 2-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. 2 outs. Lined into right. And that is the inning. Back now, we're in extras. And there's a new arm on the mound, Taylor Rogers. And here is Matt Chapman. That's towards center. Rosarena moving under it. Makes the grab, 1 away. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. High fly ball down the left field line. Brings it in. That's out number 2. Here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Tyler Phillips. connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Dylan Cruz. Looking to start something with one gone. Out to short, Turner. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Now here is Dalton rushing. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Runner on the go again. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. And next for Toronto, Cutter Coffey. Right side. In plenty of time to first. And here comes inning number. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Chase DeLauder. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. And now it's 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Christian Yelich stands in for the Phillies. And it's strike 2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. That one pulled foul. Base is empty, 1 away. Late here in game 4. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Trey Turner. Swing and a miss. Gonna count 1-2. So Trey goes down on strikes. And we're back. And here is Andres Jimenez. On the ground. Throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Willie Adames. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line and caught at 3rd by Chapman. Back here at Rogers Center, here's Bryce Harper. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Kyle Schwarber getting ready to hit. And a pop-off. Right side, foul territory. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Back now in Toronto, on to the bottom of the 14th. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Ball to strike, the pitch. Line drive, caught.
Man, if that drops right there, they would have gotten the potential winning run on base, maybe even in the scoring position, but that's just one of those hang with thems.
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Ripped to 3rd, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mark Leiter Jr.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz under it. Makes the grab. One away. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Base is empty, one away here in Game 4 of the World Series.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Jonah Heim stands in for the Phillies.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot.
Runner takes off. Hard hit to right center. Cruz makes a nice running catch. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Dylan Cruz. So now 1-2. Base hit center field.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That's about as textbook as it gets.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the winning run is now in scoring position. Ripped on a line to center. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. Next to hit, Cutter Coffee. The winning run at third. Late here in Game 4. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And it's off the wall. Across is the winning run, and the Blue Jays are World Series champions.
Wow, wow, wow. What a moment. It'll go down as one of the greatest ever in baseball history. World Series walk-off. What else could you hope for? Such a special series and a heroic moment to end it.
Back on the show as you get one more look at this incredible walk-off finish. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.